Alright, players. Time to show you now how to get some Super Nintendo games on this Android TV box. So if you've been following along, if you haven't, you want to follow along to find out everything you can do with this Android TV box. So hit the subscribe button and you can see on how to install and run all these apps we did so far. Alright, now let's go forward. We want to go into my apps, the Play Store. And we want to search for what we want. So we want Super Nintendo games, so let's search for SNES emulator. So let's type this in. I already been searching, so here we are, SNES emulator. Let's try this one here that says Super Retro. So this is the one I'm going to install. Again, if you don't like this one, there's plenty of other ones out there. Just hit accept. Remember, everything I've been doing on this Android box so far is free. So all you do, you buy the Android box, whether you buy it from me or you buy it online from Amazon, anywhere you want to buy it from, you purchase one, everything that you're going to do from there on out is free, no monthly fees, nothing of that sort. Times is hard, get every penny you can, get all your money's worth. So, alright, it's installed. Click open. Alright, we got some personal data. None of our personal data is on here. It's an Android TV box. Let's just click allow, but you can read through that if you like. Just choose your account. You're going to sign in. Signed in Gmail. Alright, click I agree. You can read through this if you like. Would you like to scan the SD card for games? Click OK, because I have all my ROMs, all my games plugged into the SD box through USB. So let's click OK. Let's click allow. So now it's going to scan the device, the Android box for games. Again, like I said in the previous video, in order to find games and find ROMs, you can search the internet for them and just download various ROMs, and then you can install them directly onto the Android box, or you could just go USB and plug it in there. So let's see, we don't want to search the internet for games. It didn't find it, so let's go directly and search. Let's see what these three lines get us. Let's say scan for games. Let's say yes, we did that already. I guess it didn't find nothing, so we probably want to manually search. Alright, so that didn't bring anything up either. So let's see what else we got. Let's hit settings. We got controller layouts. Let's go to ROM directory. We might probably have to manually put it in. Alright, so this is what I'm using here. So let's click on Toshiba. Alright, and I have my ROMs into this folder called games. Click on that. Let's click. Alright, and I have SNES and SNES games. And these are all the ROMs that I have. Da, 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 da. So again, if you download ROMs, like I said, from the internet, they should look like this. You just click on one, click select. ROM directory is now set to it, popped up. So let's go back and let's see now if that will work. Scan for games. Yes. Okay. You see now I set up the directory, so now it's finding all the games that were in that folder. So now you know the way to do it. If you have ROMs and you're using the USB to store the ROMs, and then you can plug them directly into the Android box. This is how you find the games so that they can load. Now on my USB, I have games in several different folders. So since it's using the USB to find them, you see some games are popping up twice. Wrong way. Let's go back to games. So 7 Sega is only here twice. Some of these Final Fantasy 2 is only here twice. So it just depends on what game I have in which folder. So some of these games are on twice. But I'm going to go through so you can see how it runs. Let's see, I want to play Super Mario World. It's a classic, everyone should know it and know how it operates. So I might have to set this up the controller wise like I did for the other one. So I probably should have done that first. Let's see if I need to. Alright, yes, because I'm using the controller that I have and it's not letting me do anything, so I'm going to go back and set up this controller. So let's see, let's go to settings, controller 1. Button mapping, which input, let's go default. So A button, again I don't know which button is which, so we can come back and change it several times. So now I'm using the controller that I have. If you've seen the intro, if not, I'm gonna show you what it looks like. It looks like this, standard, looks like a PlayStation controller if you're familiar with PlayStation. So I'm gonna set the controllers to how this functions. So A button, I'm gonna make A button A. B button, I'm just going to say B is X. As you can see, it changed. So the X button, which I don't know, hit that, make it Y, and Y button I'm going to make. I should have looked at the home screen and then laid it out, those buttons currently, based on how those looked. I can go back and do that if I want. I'll just write them down. So the L button, the L trigger, I'm just going to press L. R trigger, I'm just going to press R. The start button, I'm going to make it the start button. Select button, I want to make it the select button. Up button, make it up. Down, I want to make down. Right, I'm going to make right. Turbo, I don't need a turbo. The menu button is L2, so I'll leave that there. I don't want cheats, no saves, no loads. So that's pretty much good for me right there. So I'm going to go back. Now this button, this controller is working. So let's go back. And now the controller that I have in my hand is working. And now I see the controller layout on the screen, so I can lay those buttons out to based on how the buttons are on my controller. So if you look at that, and if you can see this, it looks like B is A, Y is X, X is Y, and A is B. So I'm going to write that down and set up my controller again based on to that layout right there, so that we will be on the same page. So just let me write that down. B, Y, X, A. All right. So let me go back into the settings. And what did we went to? We went to controller 1, right? And buttons mapping. That's a default. All right. So the A button. We're going to make that B because that's how it was. The B button. We're going to make that the A button. The X button. We're going to make that Y, and the Y button we're going to make X. So now I have that set up according to the controller layout that was on the screen that matches the controller that I have in my hand. So now I'm going to go back, and now let's see if it's how it's supposed to be. So far seems good. From what I remember. Oh, don't want to get hit. Ah, rusty. So let's try this again. The buttons are working. You can see it's running pretty smooth. There's no lag. Stop it on the DOM. You see it's pretty crisp gameplay, pretty crisp sounds. I should have just let it hit him. Duck. So everything's running smooth. You got kids, this is a good thing to do. To show them how you used to play when you were younger. Get this guy. Got it. So like this box is a good thing because not only do you get to watch movies, TV shows, and live TV channels, now you get to bring back old classic games that you used to have from back in the day, all in one system. So not only do you have to buy, spend 80 to 100 bucks or whatever it is for the classic Nintendo system or the classic Sega system and what have you, classic Super Nintendo system, and then still have cable or Netflix and movies and all that stuff. You can do it all on this one box for one price and not have to worry about monthly fees. And then buying all those items separately, it's all right here on one simple device. Play one more level, although I want to play more and see if I can still beat this game within half an hour. I didn't want to do that because then I could have hit all these. That was my fault. Yoshi. still remember some of the tricks. Gotta get all your Yoshi coins, folks. I think my controller just died. Oh no, I thought my controller just died. Must have needed new batteries. That's the problem with these controllers. They are ran by batteries. So make sure you're not like mixing batteries. Or using old batteries. You don't want to be in the middle of the game and it starts to give way. So that's what it seems like is happening with my controller. But the game is running smooth. Controller batteries notwithstanding. Time to get rid of these cheap batteries and get some Duracells or whatever, but it works. So I'm going to hit the back button. If you remember the controller layout, it was L2. So let's go back, let's hit close. And then we're back to the home screen. In which case I have to use the keyboard remote to navigate. So bring up something else random. Super technical, blah blah blah. Football. Let's go Mortal Kombat 3, huh? Okay, so that ROM is no good. So let's go back. Let's try Mortal Kombat 2. Alright, so this one is good. This is a classic. Now if you play the new Mortal Kombat, looking back at this, it's like, you can tell how far it has come. Sub-Zero. Well, I just got destroyed. You ain't gonna keep sweeping my leg, champ. Oh, I just got destroyed. But it's the Super Nintendo emulators. Again, just search the internet, search the web for ROMs. There's plenty of emulators out there you can choose from. Like you see, it works. It's smooth. Fun way to spend an afternoon or rainy day or whatever have you. To see more, hit the subscribe button. Just watch all the videos you can. Get everything you can out of this Android TV box.